earning a serious income from the comfort of your own home. I mean, for a lot of us, that's the ultimate dream, right? Well, today, we're going to turn that dream into an actual actionable plan. We're breaking down 4 proven paths to earning $1,000 a week online, all based on some great material from OA Beans.
So, let's just get right to it. The big question on everyone's mind, is hitting that 4-figure weekly income from home just some fantasy? Well, the short answer is a big fat no. It is absolutely possible. But, it's not a magic trick. So how do you actually pull it off?
Okay, so if it's not magic, what's the secret? Well, according to our source, the real foundation for this whole journey isn't a business plan or some fancy software. It all starts with your mindset. Before you can even think about earning, you've got to be ready for the reality of being your own boss.
And notice what's on this list. These aren't technical skills. We're not talking about coding or marketing degrees. These are character traits. You need the courage to just get started, the passion to push through when things get tough, a genuine joy in managing your own time, and maybe the most important one, patience. Because look, big success rarely, if ever, happens overnight.
So with that mindset locked in, let's jump into the first major path to earning online, selling your skills. This is probably the most direct way to get started because you're working with an asset you already have, your expertise.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Just think of it as the modern freelance economy. Instead of commuting to an office, your office is your keyboard. You're delivering professional services, writing, design, you name it, to clients who could be anywhere in the world. And the opportunities here are just so incredibly diverse. You could be a freelance programmer or writer, you could be a virtual assistant, basically the secret weapon for busy entrepreneurs handling their emails and schedules. You could manage social media accounts for small businesses, or, and this is a huge one, you could package up your knowledge and teach an online course.
And just to give you a sense of the scale we're talking about, let's just look at that online course idea. The e-learning market is on track to be worth over $300 billion by 2025. That means if you know something that other people want to learn, there is a massive growing market just waiting for you.
But hey, trading time for money has its limits. So what if you'd rather sell products? Well, that brings us right to our second path, becoming an e-commerce entrepreneur.
E-commerce is really just a fancy word for buying and selling stuff online. And let's be honest, when you think of e-commerce, it's pretty much impossible not to think of the 800-pound gorilla in the room, Amazon. Our source points to it as the place to start if you're serious about this path.
Now, one of the most popular ways to do this is called online arbitrage. It sounds technical, I know, but the process is actually pretty straightforward. You find discounted products on sites like Walmart or eBay, and then you resell them on Amazon for a higher price. And the best part? You can use Amazon's FBA, or Fulfillment by Amazon service, to handle all the boring stuff, the packing, the shipping, and customer service. And you don't need a huge pile of cash to get started. For about $40 a month, you can get a professional seller account and tap into Amazon's gigantic customer base. I mean, compared to the cost of renting a physical store, the barrier to entry is just incredibly low. So why online arbitrage specifically? Well, the old school way, retail arbitrage, has you driving all over town from store to store hunting for clearance deals. Online arbitrage lets you do all of that sourcing right from your couch, saving you a ton of time, gas, and money. All right, path number 3. This one's for the creators, the storytellers, the entertainers out there. This isn't about selling a service or a product directly. Nope. This is all about building a loyal audience and then earning from the value you create for them. Content creation is really a 2-step dance. First, you make stuff, videos, blog posts, photos, that a specific group of people finds really interesting or helpful. Then, once you have their attention and their trust, you can start to monetize it in all sorts of different ways. And the ways you can do this are just exploding. You can become a YouTuber and earn money from ads. You can start a blog and use Google AdSense. You can get into affiliate marketing, where you earn a commission just for recommending products you like. Or, hey, if you're a photographer, you can even sell your photos to stock photography sites. So let's look at how the money actually works. On YouTube, you can earn around $1 to $2 per 1,000 views just from ads. On a blog, using Google AdSense, it's all about CPC, or cost per click, and your click-through rate. Basically, you get paid a little bit every time someone clicks on an ad on your site. And with affiliate marketing, it's even more direct. You get a cut every time someone buys a product using your special link. Our final section covers a couple of really unique online hustles that don't quite fit into the other categories, but they are definitely worth knowing about. Yeah, these are for those of you who like to think a little outside the box.
First up, there's cryptocurrency trading. It's basically the classic buy low, sell high strategy, just applied to the wild world of digital coins. And then there's this really powerful idea that turns your possessions into profit, starting a rental business. Using online platforms, you can rent out almost anything you own, from camera gear to your car, generating passive income from stuff that might just be sitting around anyway.
So, we have covered a ton of ground here. 4 totally distinct paths, each one packed with different opportunities. But look, information is only useful when you actually do something with it. So let's talk about taking your first step.
Our source, OA Beans, puts it perfectly, I think. The tools are out there. The opportunities exist. The power to actually get started is entirely in your hands, and you can start today.
So, just to recap, we've walked through selling your skills as a freelancer, running an e-commerce store with online arbitrage, building an audience as a content creator, and even exploring those unique hustles like crypto and rentals.
But I really want you to remember where we started. The method you choose is only half the equation. Real, lasting success comes from that internal stuff. The courage to even start, the passion to keep going when it gets hard, and the patience to see it all the way through. The digital world has really opened up this incredible landscape of opportunity. So the only real question left is, which path are you going to explore first?